Hi, I'm Sean, one of the developers here at LocalHop who worked on the ILS or Integrated Library System integration. Today I'm going to demo how to turn on ILS authentication for your events. One thing to note is that you'll need to initially set up some ILS configurations with LocalHop to enable this feature for your business. If you want to know which ILS systems we currently integrate with, please check the video description below. Now, currently, there are two different scenarios that can be ILS authenticated. One is the attendee scenario, and the other is the primary purchaser scenario. Now, the attendee scenario would be used if you want every single patron registered for the event to be authenticated with their library card and PIN. That means if you wanted to register 4 guests for an event, you would have to input 4 separate cards and PINs to register them. This scenario is the strongest validation as you can guarantee your ILS specific validations are applied to each registered patron. We would recommend using attendee scenario if you want to guarantee that each patron coming to your events are registered with your library. Now, on the other hand, the primary purchaser scenario allows for only one card and PIN authentication needed to register a group of patrons for an event. This allows a family, say the mom, order tickets for herself, significant other, and their 2 children for an event without gathering every single person's card. This does come with some stipulations since there is only one card being validated for the other 3 patrons. There's no guarantee that the patrons included in this group are a part of your library. So next, I'll walk through ILS authentication for events using the attendee scenario. We'll start with creating the event through the admin portal. But first, we need to create a form. So we'll go under organization in the top left, we'll go to form builder. We'll add new form. We'll name this attendee scenario form. In this example, we'll base the form off of a guest speaker event. So we'll add a text field that asks about city of residence. We'll make this required. Now we'll add the ILS field. This field will do the ILS authentication in the attendee scenario when this is attached to a form in an event. We'll name this library card number. Save field and save the form. Now we'll create the event. We'll call it guest speaker event. We'll put in a event description, put an organization venue in there. Then we'll make this educational and age group adult. Save and continue. We'll add a date and time for today at 9. We'll add ticketing. Now we'll change the form to be our attendee scenario form. Change the capacity to 20 or however many people you have for this event, and leave everything else the same. We'll add ticket type. Put ticket name as an admission. Ticket quantity is 20. We'll add a ticket description. And we want the registration to start today. I want to save and publish. And while this event is being created for the patron side, I will go straight into the admin. So this is just in case a patron calls your staff and wants to be registered by phone. This is where you go. So we'll add guests, and we'll add 4. And now you'll notice that each person is going to be tagged to a certain card. And you'll see that the PIN field is no longer asked for, as we give staff like a bypass to only get their card number, so people don't have to say their PIN over the phone. So let me put those in there for you. Now you see their information is being pulled from the database. We'll put in all these people are from Pontiac. Then we have the contact information here. We'll add guests. And then you can see after their name, you're going to have their associated card with them and where they live, or whatever your custom fields are for that form. Now let me unregister these people real quick. Then I'll show you what it looks like on the patron side when people are trying to register for your event. All right, so here we are on the patron side. We'll click register, register 4 people. Now it asks for library card number and PIN per person. Let me put that in there for you. Does the same thing, it pulls back from the database. We have our contact information, and then you register. And that's what the public side will see. Now I'll walk you through the primary purchaser scenario. So we'll create another form. We'll name this primary purchaser form. In this example, we'll base the form off of a Storytime Kids event. So within each age group, there will be a different staff member reading books appropriate to that age group. So we'll add a drop-down field that asks for age, from 0 to 3 years old, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 to 13. Save that. Then we'll add another city of residence field as a text field. We'll require that. I can require this too. And it's important to note that we'll not add an ILS field for this scenario, as it must not be included for the primary purchaser. So we'll just hit save here. Then we'll create the event, call it story time. Put in our event description, organization's venue, put it as educational and for the youth. Save and continue. Add a date and time for today. We'll do 8 p.m. to 9. Confirm. Put in LocalHop ticketing. Now we'll use that form that we just created, primary purchaser form, capacity 20. And you'll notice in the tooltip that the forms must not have an ILS field like I mentioned earlier. So this one does not have an ILS field, so this is good. So we'll enable it. Save configuration. We'll add a ticket type. Ticket name, kids ticket. Quantity 20. We'll put in a description. And we'll start registration now. Save and publish. And I'll take you through the admin portal first, like we did before. Go into guest lists. And this is for, registration by phone. So we'll add guests. And we'll register 2 kids to the story time. So this is a perfect example where a mom would want to sign up for 2 kids with a single card. So we'll add 2 here and only ask for 1 card number. You put that card number in. And then it asks for the 2 kids. So we'll do Sherry Johnson. Age group of 0 to 3 from Pontiac. Then we'll do Teddy Johnson. 4 to 6, Pontiac. Hit continue. And then you have the contact information here. Add the guests. And then you'll see on the back end, when you click on their name, you can see what they put into that custom field form. And you can also see the primary purchaser card that they were used to sign up with. And it'll be the same for both people. So I'll unregister them. And I'll show you what it'll look like on the patron side of registering. So here we are on the patron side. So we'll register those same 2 kids. Ask for a card number and PIN, just one. Let me put that in. And then it'll be the same thing here. So we'll put in Sherry Johnson, 0 to 3 from Pontiac, Teddy Johnson, 4 to 6, Pontiac. We'll hit next. Here's the contact information again, and then you click register. And you only need 1 card to sign up a group of people. And yeah, that kind of wraps up ILS authentication with LocalHop. So thank you for watching this demo.